Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Jeff Trumple. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the Cincinnati Bengals. Hopefully, it's still the home of Cincinnati Reds, but hopefully this means they're going to play baseball. But we'll see. Now, I didn't do a show yesterday. I'm sorry, but I was so just irritated with baseball and everything going on. I just couldn't do it yesterday. I had nothing to talk about. Baseball was irritating me. So I just didn't do a show yesterday. It happens. But since you found the show today, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. I am up to 580 subscribers. I'm kind of stuck there right now. Need to get the word out and try to get this moving forward again. Get to 600 as fast as I can. Now this show and every show is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. All right, as I said at the beginning of the show, baseball just has completely irritated me. I love baseball. It is, when I was a kid, it was my favorite sport. You can ask any of my friends growing up, I loved baseball over everything. I loved Chris Sabo. I loved Pete Rose, Johnny Bench, Big Red Machine, the 1990 World Series, Wire to Wire, Nasty Boys. I loved all of it. It was I loved it. Ate it up. Could not wait for baseball to start. Then the 94 strike happened, and it kind of soured me a little bit. So I still like baseball. I still love baseball. I'm not as just all about it as I was when I was a kid. So when you have this worldwide pandemic going on, and then here in the States we had the social justice thing going on with all the riots and protesting and everything going on, and we don't have any sports at all. Nothing going on. And the one sport that, as far as the pandemic goes, would be the easiest to start back because they don't touch each other. They can social distance extremely well. They are the only one that was arguing over money. Everybody else is concerned about the pandemic and trying to figure out how to do it, and these bubbles and all that stuff. And baseball is fighting over money. Millionaires fighting with billionaires. It just drives me insane. Because I'm like, we're going through the worst time and God knows how long in this country with the two things going on. And baseball could have came back, and I'm not saying it would have ended everything and everything would have been hunky-dory with baseball back, but it would at least given us something to do, at least turn our minds off for a little while about all this other stuff going on and just enjoy being humans and enjoy being friends and enjoy rooting for our team and enjoy rooting against the other team and we all hating the Yankees. You know, that's something most of us can agree on. So I was just like, it's just mind-boggling how baseball just can't get out of their own way. But today, right now, first of all, Rob Manfred came out and said last week that he 100% guarantees there's going to be baseball. Then he comes out this week and, well, there might not be baseball because the owners only want to do a 50-game season because they can pay the players less. They're freaking billionaires. I don't give a crap how much money you're losing. You got more money than I do or I will ever have. I don't care. You know? And then the baseball players are like, well, I don't want to go risk my life for this. It's like, so that's why just yesterday I was like, I'm done with it. I can't do a show. I don't know what to do. But then today, they have another proposal. Now, this is from MLB. Now, all right. This is from a show contributor, a buddy of mine, Tim Beadle. He pretty much summed it all up for me. And this is what he wrote, and I posted it on Sports with Strawberry Ice. But I'll read it for you here, what Tim Beadle has pretty much said what the proposal will be. It's waiting on the MLB players to approve it. Hopefully they will. But, all right, baseball. Let's see here. Baseball's MLB's proposal, it will be 60 games in 70 days. If the season would start, say, July 20th, it will be 10 weeks long and end September 27th. That gives each team 1 day off a week, which you're like, well, that's a lot of work. They've been on for 3 months. Who cares? Get your ass back to work. All right. Now, this is the part that I think is kind of interesting. And to me, when they add this, I think it's going to be hard to take it away. But it's expanded playoffs. It would be 16 teams, 8 teams per league. That would be in 2020 and 2021. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they're going to add 16 teams, 8 in each league for 2 years, and then they're going to take it away. Usually when they add something, they don't take it away. So that's my opinion. It's going to be hard to take it away once you do it. Plus, the owners will make more money because they get more teams in playoffs, more revenue, more, airtime. And anyway, I'll get back to what Tim wrote here. Okay. Now, that will allow the owners to make more money because that's all they give a crap about anyway. During those 2 seasons, players will also make extra money. Oh, money. This way as well. Oh, I'm glad. They will all make money. That's good. The players will receive a full prorated salary for the 60 games. Now, that's what the MLB has, the players have wanted the entire time. Now, the problem with what the owners have always been offering is they'd offer different numbers of games and different percentages of prorated salary, but it all ended up being the same amount. So the players they don't want to give the players any more money. Again, it's all about money. That's where the owners, they say they were negotiating. Well, they really weren't negotiating. They just said the same thing, just different ways. All right, get back to this. Okay, the big thing, again, this is what Tim Beadle said. The big thing about this is that this is a framework for an agreement. It isn't completely done. It does sound very positive, though. The clown, Manfred, and I added the clown part. Tim didn't do that. Has also informed teams to start moving forward in the process of planning for a season. So I think he thinks they're going to take the deal. Now, I don't know why they wouldn't take it. They're going to get their full prorated thing. It's going to be 60 games. It's not going to be 50 games. They should have started July 4th. My opinion. If they don't start now, I don't know what's going to happen. Because the other thing that was really irritating me is I was listening to Golic Wingo this morning, and Jeff Passan was on there. And he's basically saying that if they don't start the season, he could see this baseball being gone for 2 years. Which I'm like, what? Because if the owners decide to just shut it down, they have the contract is coming up here, and they're shutting it down that year. Then they can lock him out the next year and the following year. And I'm like, this just keeps getting worse. So hopefully everybody will come to their senses and will play baseball and will stop arguing about money. I mean, I like money as much as the next guy, but when you got billionaires fighting with millionaires, it's very hard for guys like me to understand why that all matters when there's so many other things going on in this world that are way more important than your money. Anyway, all right. Now let's get on to the NBA and their bubble. All right. Because they're still planning on playing, as far as I know. All right, the NBA has released its 100-page document for health and safety protocol. These are some of the questions. I posted the story on Sports Strawberry Ice, so you can look at what happens. These are some of the questions they wrote down, or I wrote down, and they had the explanation on the website that you can look it up. But they have, like, what happens if the player tests positive? How often will they test? How many people will have to test for the league? This one I think is kind of interesting. How many people have to test positive for the league to halt again? I don't even, I mean, to me, if you start, you got to finish. I mean, you can't keep stopping and starting. You got to finish. It's just my opinion. And then what happens if a player doesn't want to go? I'll get to that in a minute. That's another interesting thing. And the funny one is they have rules for playing ping pong. So basically, I read the one on ping pong. If they want to play ping pong, you can't play doubles because you can't social distance. Playing 2-on-2. You can only play single ping pong. And I heard something else that I don't know if this is true or not, but they're going to have buzzers on the players. So if they're standing next to the player not during the game, but otherwise, too long or for too close a distance, then the buzzer's going to go off and make them back up. Which I'm like, I mean, they get rules for cleaning the basketball. And it's a big detailed thing on cleaning the basketball. You get the basketball nice and clean, then you give it to a basketball player who's all sweaty, and in 2 seconds he's sweating on the ball. So, I mean, they have a buzzer for these players so they can't stand too close to each other when they're not playing basketball, but when they play basketball, they'll be sweating all over each other and knocking each other and rubbing into each other. Some of this stuff, I mean, I understand you got to try to be healthy and you got to try to keep everybody from getting this, but come on, that's a little much if you ask me. But now, that's the rules. That's what they say to us. If they actually do it when they're there, I have no idea. I can see it laxing, when they actually get down there. Now, another interesting thing happened in the NBA. I think yesterday or was over the weekend. I don't remember. But Kyrie Irving came out, and now Kyrie Irving is injured. So he's not playing anyway. Him and Kevin Durant aren't playing anyway. But Kyrie Irving has come out and said that maybe the players shouldn't come back and play so they can stay at home and get their voice out about the social injustice and use that platform they have. Now, my opinion on that, on what Kyrie's saying, if he'd get his voice out more by staying at home and being on Twitter, I guess, and protesting and peaceful protesting and stuff like that, instead of playing an NBA basketball game when we haven't had sports in almost 4 months now, where when the NBA comes back, everybody in this country, I won't say everybody, 95%, 80 to 95% of people are going to be watching you. My opinion, you're going to be able to get your word out. And I have no problem with that. I mean, at this point, if you want to say whatever is in your heart, that's fine. But if you're trying to get your word out of what you want said about the social injustice and things that happen to you while you're growing up and all that stuff, that's fine. Well, they have this thing after the games. Normally, it's called reporters. And they report things. You can say whatever you want after that, and they'll get it out there for you. So I don't understand why he would think that staying home is going to be a better way of getting his word out than going to the NBA and trying to play. Again, which Kyrie Irving can't play anyway. But again, if Kyrie Irving was not an NBA basketball player, nobody would know who he was. And probably his word wouldn't hold as much weight as it does now since he's an NBA basketball player. And I'm not putting the man down. This is not that. These are just facts. So, in my opinion, they want to get their word out and try to change how the world is and how things have happened. Go play your games. Go play the NBA. Go there. Use that platform for that. When you have the interviews, when you have your post-game interviews, your pre-game interviews, all that stuff. You got a microphone right there. Spit it out and get the word out on what you are upset about and what you want changed. Just my opinion. I mean, I got a YouTube channel and I only got 580 people watching me, so you're going to have a lot more than I do. Because you're Kyrie Irving, an NBA superstar. There you go. All right, guys. Let's get to my Facebook groups that I help run. I invite you guys to join all of them. They're called Bengals Nation, Bearcats Country, Reds Country, and Cyclones Country. If you're listening to me on the YouTube, I keep doing that. On the podcast, do me a favor, give me a 5-star review, especially if it's Apple Podcast. Now, if you're found the show on YouTube, like I said, I'm at 580 subscribers. I've been kind of stuck there. Let's try to get that up. I'll try to get to 600 as fast as I can. So let's get a little push going here, get to 600. And other than that, that's just sports, baby. Hopefully baseball's coming back. NBA's coming back. Hockey's coming back sometime. I don't know when, but like I said a couple weeks ago, we're going to go from no sports to all of them. It's going to be awesome. Hope you guys enjoy it. Tell all your friends about me. See you guys.